Hey, my name is Donna Jean, and I'm coming to you live from Charleston, South Carolina. I am a toddler mom of 2 and a diesel mechanic wife, and I am building a business, and the whole goal is to scale it to 6 figures by the end of 2023. So without further ado, I wanted to share some things with you. Now, I've been in this business for going on 7 months. I want to share things with you that keeps me in check when my mindset is not where it should be. So I check myself a lot on that because I do have other struggles that I deal with. So I want to make sure that I am still keeping myself consistent. And these are things that will help you in the process, just like they help me. So if you need this, tune in. But also, do me a favor and drop a like and hit that subscribe button before we begin, and hang on to the end, because the last one is the most important. So without further ado, sorry, I lost my train of thought. We're going to jump into it. So the first one, believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself if nobody else is going to. That's the hardest part about being in a journey when you're building a business, is that nobody else is going to believe in you like you do. Not your spouse, not your kids, not your parents. Nobody is going to believe in you like you do. You have to convince those people to believe in you. 2, podcasts. I listen to a podcast almost every single day. Every single day. And here's why. When I listen to other podcasts, the energy that I'm getting from those podcasters, I'm feeding into it. I am an emotional person. Sorry, I play with my hair a lot. It's an anxiety thing. I'm working with it. If you can relate to that, drop relate down in the comments. But anyway, I listen to podcasts because those people inspire me to be a better me. Excuse the noise in the background. My toddlers don't like it when I walk away to work. Anyways, so I like to feed off the energy of these podcasters, and usually they give me something new that I don't know. Just like I was listening to a podcast, was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday, that was talking about gut health. Like, the reason why we tend to gain a lot of weight isn't because of how much of what we're eating. It's usually because our body produces bacteria, that's good bacteria or bad bacteria, but good bacteria in our gut that actually takes away from the fat cells that we are storing. And when we're not feeding our gut the right foods, like fermented foods and things of that nature, then we're basically starving those good bacteria, and now like all the bad bacteria is kind of just like chilling in our stomach. So don't quote me on completely everything, but that's basically the gist of what I got from it. So that to me is important because I've learned something new, and I like to learn new things all the time. I am furthering my education, but I refuse to do it in the education system. If you can relate to that, drop education down below. But I'd rather pay $15,000 for something I truly believe in than going to get a piece of paper. I digress. So next, I like to read a lot. So right now I'm reading from a few books. One of them is Discipline is Destiny by Ryan Holiday. Super good. They told me a story about Lou Gehrig, about how his discipline caused him to be like a huge Hall of Famer. And so that moved mountains, and it made me think about what it is that I was doing in my life that wasn't quite on point. Reading is essential. You need to read. I understand that you don't believe in that woo stuff. And if you do, you're my peoples. I need you to jump in the chat box below and tell me that you're a reader. Drop reader down below, or drop a book emoji. Next, you need to move your body daily. I am not the type to put me down for cardio. Like, listen, if you've seen Pitch Perfect, drop Pitch Perfect down below. I'm like Fat Amy in the first movie where they're running around the stair, the auditorium, and Fat Amy, she's like, Audrey's like, Fat Amy, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm horizontal running, and this is her feet in the air. I couldn't help but laugh, but that is me. I do not like anything cardio. I do it because I have to, not because I want to. I hate cardio. Don't put me down for cardio. I'd rather you hand me a bunch of weights and tell me to get to work. Anyways, next, vision board. You need to have a vision board, period. Now, I've heard where even people like the network marketing ninja, what is his name? His name slipped me for some reason. freaking huge fan of him, but he was talking about in one of his podcasts one time that he's got friends, and even himself at one time had 3 of the same vision board all over his house. He had one in front of his toilet, he had one in front of his bed, so that when he got up in the morning, the first thing he saw was that, and then he had one in his kitchen. Now, I mean, you don't have to do it that hard, but when you're constantly looking at your vision and you're getting up every single day and you're looking at what it is that you want to accomplish, you tend to be more motivated to keep going. Next, goal setting. You want to set goals with intention. And here's what I mean by this. Excuse me, I'm still getting over cold. Set goals with intentions, and here's what I mean by this. You need to write down your goals, but when you write down your goals, you need to give yourself a set date as to when you want to hit that goal by. And here's why. If you don't, then you're not going to get it. You're not going to hit that goal because you're not going to be motivated, because you're going to keep procrastinating. Oh, tomorrow's another day. It's another day. It's another day. You know, my goal will get hit at one point. Yeah, but is it going to get hit by the point of the date that you set if you keep procrastinating? So that kind of kicks your hind end in gear. But also what I mean by setting goals and intentions is you don't want to throw out this big behind goal like, oh, I'm going to be a millionaire next month, while you're building a business. Like, it doesn't work that way. So make sure you set a goal that is going to actually function with the work that you are putting in. And I'm sorry, but it does not matter how much work you put in, unless you're an actor of some sort, there's no way you're gonna be a millionaire in a month. I don't see it. Anyways, do I believe it can happen in a year? Hell yeah, but not a month. Anyways, next, excuse me a second. I guess I didn't bring it in with me. I was looking for my cup. Talk better to yourself. You need to start talking better to yourself. You talk to yourself like poo-poo. Yes, I said it. Poo-poo. Drop a poop emoji down below because I said it. You talk yourself like poo-poo. How often do you tell yourself that you're not good enough? How often do you tell yourself that you can't afford it? How often do you tell yourself that if you don't get X done, then YZ is never going to happen? You need to go stand in the mirror and tell yourself that you got it. Go stand in a mirror. Like, invest in one of those tall mirrors that you can put on the back of your door. And tell yourself every single day, and I don't care how silly this sounds, it works. Tell yourself, I am brave. I am beautiful. I am courageous. I am smart. I am strong. I am fearless. Come up with affirmations like that and do it every single day. My team leader, she used to have one. She used to scream in the mirror, I'm the best, the best, the best. It doesn't matter. Find something that you can tell yourself every day that you can believe. And make sure it's positive, because if you keep telling yourself daily that you're not going to do it, then you're not going to do it. I'm sorry, it's just not going to work. But if you stand in the mirror, like I was watching a TikTok earlier, and it said the girl was saying that she was so lucky because she tells herself, oh, I'm so lucky, everything happens for me. And the moment she says that, like, everything is gravy. Well, people who practice manifestation know that it's real, because the moment that you say that and you believe it, now you have to believe it. That's the truth to it. You have to believe it. But when you believe it, anything is possible. It will happen. But don't tell yourself you're going to be a millionaire tomorrow and you're not putting any kind of effort in. If you're not putting any effort in, it's not going to happen. Next. Watch who you hang around. This is so important. Like, the 3 bottom parts are like numbers 8, 9, and 10 on what I'm telling you are the strongest parts of keeping your mindset in check. These are the 3 top biggest ones. Talking better yourself. Watch who you hang around. They say birds of a feather flock together, and it's true. You are the average of who you hang around. So if you're hanging around a bunch of people that don't believe that your business is going to work or that they can build a business, you're in the wrong crowd. You've got to move. Because if that's what your intention is to build a business, standing around a bunch of people who don't believe it's possible isn't going to be okay for your mindset, because now you're going to tell yourself that you can't do it either. So you need to get around people who know more than you, or get around people who are doing it too, and make that your crowd. That's who you're going to hang around from now on. Drop the other ones. Why? Because they're not doing anything for you mentally or physically, so they might as well go ahead and get lost. And I'm not saying this in a materialistic way, so do not take it that way. I'm saying if they're not contributing anything positive to your mental health, they got to go. Cut them off. As Lil Wayne says, cut the BS out. I'm effing with the scissors. It's time to get it done. Get them out of here. And that goes for things that you don't like to do, things that you shouldn't be doing, things that you don't want to do. If it's not aligning with your goals or your vision, go ahead and start saying no, because that is the number one secret to all successful people is they learn to tell people no. They say no to things that do not benefit their goal or their mindset or their happiness. And finally, self-evaluations. That's the big one. Super, super important. I set myself down once a month and I journal and I figure out what it is that I think that I did really, really good this month and what could be better next month. Now, I already know that we are our worst critic, okay? So don't look at me like, but I already criticized myself on a daily. Stop that. Stop that. You need to do that once a month and reserve that once a month. Excuse me. Reserve that once per month. Do not do that stuff now. Do it once a month. Set a date once a month. Sit down with a piece of paper. I don't care if it's a journal, a piece of paper. I don't care what you're doing with it. Sit down and write out exactly what it is that you think could be better. What did you think that you did well? What goals did you hit? What goals did you not hit? And how can you strive to hit the goals that you didn't hit next month, right? I would say do that probably around the 28th or the 29th of each month. That way you have a couple of days to prepare to get her done. So I hope that you guys got value from this. If you did, drop value down below. And by the way, check out the link in my bio. I have other social medias that I would like for you to be following me on. If you're not, you're missing out because I post daily on those. So without further ado, you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.